everyone, it's me, Cody Galloway, and today I want to answer a question that I asked in my newsletter last month. I asked, could you explain ranked choice voting to a third grader? Now, the results of the survey are illustrative of the fact that many in Idaho don't know what this is, and it's time to get educated on it because it is likely it'll be on your November 5th ballot. So what is ranked choice voting? Well, it's taking away the one vote per one person that you're used to, and it's changing it to a ranking system. So let's say that there are 4 candidates in the election. What you would do is, instead of choosing one candidate and filling in that bubble, you would rank those 4 candidates. First place, second place, third place, fourth place. Then when the votes are tabulated, the tabulators would determine who had each amount of those first place votes. And if one of the candidates makes over 50% of the votes, then they're the winner. Now, because there's 4 candidates in the race, there's a good chance no one's going to get to that 50% mark on the first round of voting. So what they would do is they'd look at all 4 candidates and see who had the fewest amount of votes. Whoever had the fewest, those votes, that person would be eliminated from the race, and then any of those people who had voted for them in their first place ranking would then get their second place ranking, would be added, those votes would be added to the other 3 remaining candidates. So they get a few more votes and we see, does anyone make the 50% threshold? If so, they're the winner. If not, the process repeats. And essentially what's happening is that every time the process repeats, one candidate is eliminated and those votes are reallocated to the second, third, or fourth place pick. So there's 3 problems with ranked choice voting. First is it's confusing and it's complicated, and it leads to lower voter turnout and lower voter engagement. This is because it seems like a great idea. If you were only voting for the President of the United States, it's probably pretty easy to rank the 4 candidates in the first one, the one that you like the most, to the least. The problem is when you go to a ballot, you're probably going to be voting on 10 to 15 races. Can you realistically rank 4 candidates in 15 races? Most people aren't. And so what they'll do is they'll just choose their very favorite candidate, fill in the bubble as their first place pick, and then go on to the next race. The problem is then when they tabulate those votes, if their candidate didn't win a majority of the vote and they were the least vote getter, then that vote just gets thrown out. So it's very frustrating to voters who want to go and have their vote counted. Whether they're choosing the winner or loser, they want to choose who represents them best. So that's one problem. A second problem with it is that the ranked choice voting is going to be expensive. It's a huge change and it's a costly experiment for Idaho. Some of the other states are trying to do this, Maine, Alaska, they've done it. Now they're trying to recall it. There's lots of problems. And so this is a costly experiment. At some point,